right, achieve your financial goals in this week's Financial Friday. Investment advisor Richard Ringgold is here with your guide to invest in your future. I'm so happy to welcome Richard to the show this morning. Good morning.
How are you doing, Stephanie?
I am fabulous, and this is going to be the first of many Financial Fridays to come. I'm so excited. Talk a little bit about it. I'd like to brag on you for a minute because you're a radio host.
Yeah.
And you kind of have that guide to our future that everybody is looking for, I'd say.
Yeah, I'll give you a little bit about my background. I started out life, I'll admit, to being an engineer. And then I became an entrepreneur. I had a manufacturing business and a worldwide distribution.
Oh, wow.
And in 2000, I moved to Southwest Florida and started financial services.
Well, how has it been so far now that you moved to Paradise?
Oh, it's been great. You know, love the folks down here and love what I do advising people.
Well, it sounds like you have a fun list of credentials there. It really brings some experience to the table when it comes to, because I think when it comes to investing in our future, we want somebody who knows what they're doing.
Exactly right. You want a trained advisor.
Right.
A certified financial planner is a pretty high level of training. To attain that, you have to have an underlying bachelor's degree, 3 years experience in the industry, and then you got to take 18 semester hours in college. So you're pretty well trained in all the areas that you're going to need to help people in.
What are the services that you offer, speaking of helping people?
Well, it pretty much mimics what I learned as a financial planner, investments and insurance. And then got to have a tax plan. Then estate planning and asset protection is very important. And then IRAs. There's a real thick section in the IRS that governs IRAs. It's very technical, and you want to get that right. So those are some of the, and then I help people with Social Security and Medicare.
Well, there's a lot of questions that go in. It can be a very confusing process, especially when you're dealing with Medicare and things like that. So it's nice to have a trusted, experienced person kind of leading the table with that.
Yeah, yeah. So that's basically what I do, is just try to bring people up to speed in the areas that they've got to make their decisions in. You
talk about working as fiduciary, really doing what's in someone's best interest. Why do you do that? Why do you say that?
Yeah, that's a big deal in our industry. There's really two standards. One is a fiduciary, which is the highest standard. Means you have to do what's in someone's best interest. On the other hand, insurance-only people and commissioned stockbrokers work on a suitability basis, where they just have to do what's okay, not what's necessarily in your best interest.
And we don't want to be on that side of the table.
They permit conflicts of interest. In other words, let's say there's Fund A and B, and if I sell Fund A, I get to go to Hawaii on vacation with a company deal, okay?
Right.
Okay, well, that's out the window if you're working as a fiduciary.
We've got a little less than 30 seconds left. You say investments are handled by a registered investment advisor. Why is that important?
Because they're supervised by the Securities Exchange Commission, and you're required to work as a fiduciary. It's a legal requirement. So the takeaway there is you're always going to be working with somebody who's working in your best interest rather than their interests.
Richard, if someone is listening, you can see your website right there. Is that the best resource? If somebody's listening and says, hey, I want to take advantage of your services and learn more about exactly what you do, would you send them to the website? Is that the best way?
Absolutely, and you can listen to all my old radio shows. I talk about all the topics that we've discussed here, so you can, I've tried to make it very educational.
And we have a special offer that Richard would like to extend to our Morning Blend viewers. So if you are watching, mention you saw the Morning Blend, mention you saw us here. What do they get, Richard?
Well, they get a free consultation. Come in, we'll talk about any financial area that you want to talk about, and it's complimentary. So come on in, and we'll work on your problems.
Sometimes it's just easier to sit down face to face and talk about the plan, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's back and forth. It's very conversational. And
everyone's situation is different, so.
Yeah, and we'll talk about the things that are of interest to you.
Perfect. Well, check out his website again. That is ringgoldandassociates.com, and check out his radio shows too. So lots of good information, a wealth of information on there.
Okay, thank you, Steph.
Great to have you on. We look forward to more Financial Fridays. If you'd like more information, head online to our website, fox4morningblend.com.